Fifth and sixth graders, today we learned about the artist Lawren Harris and how he creates stylized landscapes. So stylized is when something doesn't look exactly like real life. It looks a little bit made up or abstract. So today you are going to do a drawing for your own stylized landscape inspired by the artist. So today you're going to get a purple piece of paper and you can decide if you want to put your paper the horizontal way or traditional landscape way, or if you want to do your drawing more as a portrait. I chose to do mine landscape, so make sure you put your name on the back of the paper. I did already draw in pencil on this one, but it's kind of hard to see. So we're gonna pretend that I am drawing with pencil because that is my first step. And we talked about the three different parts of a landscape: the foreground, middle ground, and background. We also talked about another important part of a landscape, and that's the horizon line. So today when you're drawing, the first thing you're going to draw is a horizon line, and that is where our land is going to meet the sky. So when you are putting in your horizon line, you want to decide where in your paper it's going to go. If you put your horizon line low towards the bottom of your paper, you're going to see more of your sky. If you put it towards the middle, it's a nice balance of both. If you put your horizon line towards the top, you're going to see less of your sky and more of your land. So I went ahead and put my horizon line just a little bit towards the bottom or below my middle part of my paper. And you can go ahead and draw your horizon line. You are drawing with pencil first, and then you're going to trace with Sharpie. Once you get that done, you can move to what's going to be above your horizon line. So keeping with the style of Lawren Harris, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put these round hills, and these are gonna be kind of my middle ground. They're towards the middle of my paper. I'm gonna put some mountains behind them. That'll be my background. He also put almost like layers in his drawings. So in my hills, I put kind of another layer. Now I want to put some mountains. So I'm going to come over here and start putting in some mountains. I'm thinking of these as my background. I know that they're behind my hills because I used overlapping. I can see that these are in front of the mountains. Once I have those mountains in, I can go back in and put kind of these inner lines, making these different layers that when we paint are going to be different values. Notice that I'm not putting those lines super close together. I want to give myself some room. Maybe this one I'm going to put one more in there. Then I need to decide what's going to be in my sky. Maybe it's a moon, maybe it's the sun, but I'm going to put it kind of nestled right here between these two mountains. And then once again, going with that Lawren Harris style of creating like these layers of lines that are coming out. I'm going a little bit off of my pencil lines from my original drawing, but that's okay because I can just erase those before I paint. Now you have to decide what's going to go below your horizon line. So in a lot of his paintings, he had water. You can decide different directions that your land is going. So in this one, I decided to kind of have this river. And a lot of times when we see like a river or a road, I'm gonna have it come down like this. And then I'm gonna start close to this line and it's gonna get wider, kind of showing that it's getting bigger as it's getting closer to me in the foreground, okay? And then I think I'm just gonna have kind of these lines of my land that when I paint next week, I can have some different values of green in there. All right, and my drawing is done. My last step would be to go and erase any of the pencil lines. Double check that your name is on the back, and then you can put these on the drive-through. If we have any time left today, you can work in your sketchbook.